Hi there, this is Japan again. This section we're going to talk about functional food for diabetes food. So how the thing work, what are the requirements, what are the things that you need to understand the function of food. So this way you'll be able to manage your food input. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Functional food. So when you eat the food, right? Majority of us we don't know what it's for. We eat, you go into the motion. Oh, eat this, eat that, eat that. Sometimes you know, oh, what is this for? What is that for? But we're going to do going a little bit deeper to in molecular level. Okay, it's coming with the food. It's microorganism. So that means it's good bacteria, bad bacteria, some enzymes. So what it does is it's going to help break down the protein into the amino acids. So, or to help your easy digestions, you know, for the well absorbing in your system. You break it down for you when you go through your intestines. We make everything easy to digest so that the bacteria will help create it, good bacteria, bad bacteria, because the bacteria we eat, good bacteria, we eat bad bacteria. So that's how the system works. And if you eat something like lactose, like milk, you got lactose sugar. They're going to break down the lactose sugar into lactic acid so that the body could use that for your functionality, those kind of thing. And then you talk about prebiotic food. The prebiotic food is something clean, something that you first eat it in, so it comes with some certain kind of bacteria, help balance your digestion system. You got fiber, you got all these things that when you eat, the nutrients, and to help prevent irritation of bowel system. When you eat, because this is pretty much friendly fiber. All the fiber that you eat from fruit and vegetable, whatever you eat, it could help it, and it will help reduce the risk of colon cancer. If you don't eat that prebiotics, so then some people do only, drink the liquid for the meal, those kind of thing. That is not going to help if you have a diabetics, because you need the fiber to help move, clean it up your intestine, literally move the waste out of your system. Okay, that's why you have to know the prebiotics. So then you know about probiotic. The probiotic is that when you have to eat it, to get it. Okay, because the prebiotic is the food for probiotic. So you eat it and it's going to support it. But the probiotic, you have to eat it. That is all the fermentations, to all preserved food, those kind of thing that they give to another kind of enzyme for your system. Okay, it help to keep the digestive system good. And keep good bacteria in your intestines, that it help easy the absorption for nutrients to your system. Okay, the increase immunity to the disease, to prevent the disease, all kind of thing that probiotic can do the job for you. Okay, and reduce inflammations in your intestine. So try to eat it up the bad bacteria that cause the inflammations inside your gut. So the probiotic will do that job for you. Okay, two type of energy. One is from sugar that you use for storage, and one is from the fat. You know, that can generate energy. So when you eat glucose, the glucose rise, right? And then the pancreas say, oh yeah, I eat the food, something I need to produce some insulin. So then inject the beta cell, the insulin coming out to the system. Then the insulin help grabbing the glucose and shoving through the to the cell, to where they accumulate that and store it for the energy. For you move your hand to do this, to that, you exercise, that you're going to burn that high sugar the storage sugar. You do have to, they will bring the storage sugar, the excess integral glucose is stored in there for the keep it for using as the energy. When you want to energy, you want to do exercise, or do this, do that, so they withdraw the energy out from the cell and producing energy for you to do some exercise. And then another one is from a keto diet. Okay, it's traditional diet that what you get both the keto diet that is it what you call high fat. So high fat is most of the time like you see some what you call keto diet, those kind of thing that they eat all meat and eat less carb and they have energy, but they can have energy, they lose weight, but you losing your health. So because it kind of not natural and the side effect is high and a lot of controversy about this diet. So if you want to do the high fat diet, get study real good, real hard, see if it suit to your body. You know your body well. So most of the time you should be able to make a decision if you go traditional diet or you keto diet. So that's the difference. So in my case, I do keto low carb. So I think eat carb, eat carbohydrate, but keto I think eat a lot of fat. Sometimes eat high fat, but I got rotation between the two. So to make sure that my body can respond to any reaction or energy need. Okay, if you run out of sugar energy, so then you can use the fat energy, that all kind of thing. Because the fat energy, you have to go glucose, eat it in. You have your omega-3, you got all these, all fat from the pork, fat from the chicken, those kind of thing. And then it becomes the leprosy or triglyceride in that system when you eat. And then that will go to the liver to process it. And then that if you have too much of it, too much sugar in the liver, then you have a fatty liver because that the fatty acid that they try to process to take it out of your system to you let it store as the energy. And after that, the liver will produce the ketone. So this is what the ketone that we talk about. We go more about that. So that it comes from the liver, not the storage cell. Okay? Hopefully you get it. So the more you go, the more information coming in, you should be able to understand it. Okay. So when they talk about ketone, it's ketosis stage. When you eat the food, what would happen? Okay, if you do the ketone state, that it the liver function that going to give you what you call the real minimum, give you a real energy that you can do a lot more. That what happens is when you eat the food, carb intake via ketone diet is the only way you can do it. This ketone diet with the IF intermittent fasting. So then you will get ketosis stage. So that's how it works when you eat it, and then everything go to the blood cell. You got glucose, you got triglyceride, and alternative food. These are the few that to help your body to generate power, energy. So the alternative fuel going to go to liver, and liver going to break down the fat into ketone. And then from the ketone, it will release into the bloodstream. And now it's going to go to your brain, go to your body, and you go fat burning when you have in the ketone state. Okay, this is a cycle you do when you eat this kind of thing. That what you get ketone state. That it is going to benefit your losing weight, cleaning up your system, your brain getting clear. You lose fat, so you look good. That what the ketone state it need for your body's system for the energy. Okay, that when you eat the food, that what you get. Okay, but most of the ketone it come from really the meat, the other thing else because the carb is really low. With that, how the ketone process, and that's why they go to the carnivorous diet, and that what is this is how it functions. So in the long run, it's not good. The short run, it's good. The long run, it's no good. So it's going to harm your body. Okay. Since we know keystone how it works, how it functions now, you have to understand it. Dibiosis. Okay. They use about they call gut-brain axis. Everything is axis. The heart, the brain, the lung, and gut skin axis. And then you have another one, metabolism. So everything you do, everything food that you eat is going to help nurture like your brain, your heart, your lung, your skin. So and every section have its own, function. So I'm not going to go into the details, so you can take a look at it and do some research about it. So what can cause the problem? Like if you go to the gut heart axis, you can have a heart failure, you can have hypertension, you can go coronary artery disease, you can, you can have thrombosis or arteries, or the other thing else that is thrombosis. So it all had its own function that can cause problem to your system. If you go to the skin, you get probably the skin has, psoriasis, psoriasis, you got acne, you got the skin cancer, you got the scale rash, those kind of things. Because everything has to do with the bacteria that you eat. When you eat the food, you got the bacteria, good bacteria, bad bacteria. So all these things is accumulated to your body. So it is important that to understand the function, the food function. Okay, we will go a little bit deeper later. So suppose if you have the diabetes, that what all these things can cause obesity, type 2 diabetes, mitochondrial functional, you got cancer. So all the axis that in the system that what can cause the problem. If you don't eat proper food, you keep on eating junk food and they're not going to help your body. So when you understand it, just eat good food, good bacteria, those kind of things. So prebiotic, probiotic, and top quality food, then you'll be okay. You want to live longer, you got to do that. You're not, you keep on eating junk food, then what you going to get all this, or any of it, or one of it. And that's where the money coming in. If you have money, you're okay. If you don't have money, what will you do? Prevention, prevention, prevention. Just learn the system, learn how the body function. Okay? Now, since we know now you have a bacteria, you have prebiotic, probiotic, and then you have postbiotic. We're going to go through that. So the prebiotic food is and it benefit. So when you eat into, the benefit of prebiotic, you have bacteria in there. You have to support probiotic growth because the prebiotic is the food of probiotic. So, and then you enchant for the long-term survival because you have good bacteria in your system. And improve the bowels, movement. That means you can poop a little bit better because you have a lot of fiber, you have all the nutrients, all the things that are not harmful to your digestion system. It will go in enhance the immune system, okay, improve your digestion. The prebiotic does for you. And then if you look into the benefit, like apple prebiotic is pectin, you know those kind of thing. That's what the benefit to come right after another. So those kind of thing you can dig into the YouTube. You can see all the, like garlic, you have inulin, those kind of prebiotic thing that happening. So just be aware of the benefit of it, that it help your gut system literally to do the work for the prebiotic. So the type of biotic is for prebiotic, like this is a green vegetable, like bitter gourd, something like that. Because everything is bitter that your medicinal intake that you take it, like a bitter gourd, all kind of gourd is good, cucumber, those kind of thing. And then you got the rich gourd, those kind of thing. Now, if you go to Thai grocery store, you can buy them. Okay, you have that. Then sometimes they call snake gourd. They're almost similar. It depends. Okay, and then you got the sponge gourd. Those things you can do. Chayote, that I when I have the restaurant, I put it in my curry. Everybody love it because you have to pre-cook them a little bit and then you put it in there. And there you got a double shot of your prebiotics because you have medicinal property, a lot of medicinal property in chayote because pretty much similar to the milk, butter, goat, those kind of thing. But they have more medicinal property. So you can eat the leaf, you can eat the tip of the plant, or you can eat the fruit. This is I call them the fruit. So you have to peel it and then slice small pieces, and you boil it in a little bit of salt, and then you use that to make your curry. They put like you put the vegetable in the curry, that kind of thing. And these are the things that you want to look into, and rotation of the food that you want to eat. Like you don't constantly eat, Chinese bitter gourd every day, that kind of thing. So they are similar, they're different, and every one of them they have its own unique vegetable, you know like avocados, all those things. You have two, three different kind of avocado that come out in the market. Now you got the radish, you have the green one, you have the red one, you got the pink one, you got the white one, those kind of things. Just keep on rotating. Before I would mention, the python, the food, the food python food, the different kind of food color, have some meaning, have some medicinal property, those kind of thing. Just keep on eating all these and then keep on rotating. If you're going to plan, you're going to use this chart, you just say, okay, I have this, Friday, you just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever, or every other 2 day, those kind of things. So when you buy your vegetable, don't buy too much. Just buy just amount to where if you have diabetic, you're going to use it just for you. If you're going to cook for other people, so then you count together. Don't buy the overwhelming Costco vegetables, so you can't finish it. Everything is good. Kind of you eat half, you throw half. You don't want that. You want to buy something a little bit. You go further. You take time to go to the market and pick your fruit, vegetable. Make sure you don't have the bad vegetable. You bought the bad vegetable. You don't want that. You got something that more fresh, that kind of thing. And keep 1 week, 2 week, that kind of thing, and keep on rotating your vegetable. Okay, that the prebiotic food it is important, very important. That's the first thing that you're going to get to jumpstart your system with the prebiotic. Okay, so you just see the prebiotic, the one is like more exotic the period before. This is more green. More green is a brassica family, is a cruciferous vegetable. This is where specifically for the diabetic people, that this kind of vegetable that what you want to eat, the cabbage, the broccoli, easy to find, arugula, that kind of thing. So it's small thin leaf like this. I like to eat them raw. So like small little like just kale. Usually I cook them. Or the snow pea I cook them. Chinese celery I try to eat them fresh. You put in the soup. You put it on there. You throw in the soup last minute, and then you start eating it. Okay. This kind of vegetable, the green vegetable you want to eat. Anything that green, when you taste it bitter, the best for you, especially for the diabetes people. That's what you're looking for. If you look at like a Napa cabbage, it is a lot of water, a lot of nutrients, like soy some. This is like bok choy. You got more medicinal property than that. Okay, if anything is white and half white, half green is somewhat okay. If you have everything is green like this, arugula, okra, the snow peas, all kind of thing, you got a real medicinal value out of it. Just selecting your choice pretty much. You go to Thai store, Vietnamese store, Safeway, those kind of things. You're looking for something green, not something mixed green and red. The mixed and red cabbage is still good, but you can eat them raw if you can tolerate it. It's really, really powerful. And in cooking session, we're going to do this stir fry that with fish sauce and a little bit of sugar, and that's it. So it gives you a new dimension, a new flavor. That's how the thing works, and you have garlic into it. So you got a lot of medicinal when you eat, because that's the goal of to cook. You know, Thai medicinal food is mainly based on the medicinal value. Okay, so we just finished biotic. Now the probiotic. The probiotic is have a lot of beneficial to the body. It make you happy, promote your moody, healthy, good for your memory, strengthen up your immunity because you got a lot of good bacteria to fight whatever they come into your system, fight the cold, fight this, fight that, so many things. It very helpful. When I was young, when a kid, so my mom always said, "Oh, don't eat that too much. Fermentation is not good for you." So when I can eat some of those, fermented, like, but even the Thai fermented some I cannot eat it because I got allergy. Like if you have they call the pala, or the rotten fish, very stinky, very smell, but they all fermented from the fish. And many places they put a rice, when they polish the rice, and you have that called like a small particle they call rum, and they use that part of the fermentation. That's what I got allergy with it. If I eat, I got a rash. I got so much problem with your skin. If you show up like a skin irritation, it will come out just like that. Okay, but the prebiotic is help increase your energy and then help your digestive system pretty good. Your hair, your skin, your nail, it look better what it because of prebiotic, okay? Because it have a lot of good bacteria in there that support your system and fight the toxic, like promote the health, cholesterol, those kind of things, because they do really good job. So when somebody say, "Oh, don't eat the probiotic because it's too sour, it's fermented," that kind of thing, I think they give wrong information to us. But now when you become diabetes, this is what you eat. This is mainly I eat. So I will try the natto, from the Japan, kimchi from Korean. I eat pickled garlic, I do pickle vegetable, those kind of thing. So you need something sour. For me, I think that will help create a good bacteria in your system. Okay. So I have been talking about good bacteria and bad bacteria. Now, this is what it look like. Okay, the good and bacteria from food. You got the name it very very complicated, like a lactobacillus, those kind of thing. It's good bacteria. Just pronunciation itself, it make me headache. I got almost get a heart attack. That's too much of it. So just look at the picture and smile. Oh, that's what it look like, and try to read it. So and the pronunciation will not very difficult to pronounce it because it's the word is they use this word, that word, and put it together in one word, and you try to pronounce it. It is hard. So just look at the picture and go, oh, that what it look like. Read it, and then oh, that what it look like. Look at, and the separation is good and bad, good bacteria and bad bacteria. That would look like, and you can go to bad bacteria pretty much pretty well like a salmonella, those kind of thing. That in the food industry we know pretty well the chicken that contaminated, have problem, meat have problems, salmon, because it either from misuse or probably you left it out too long or they already contaminate in the manufacturing process. So those kind of things you don't know. So but that the good bacteria and bad bacteria, you just, oh, they have neurovirus. Okay, and what it look like here is what they say what it look like. Okay, this is come from the YouTube that I put it together. So now you can see all these things, good bacteria, bad bacteria. When they say bacteria, in normal people like me, before they, oh, bacteria, oh, wow, bacteria not that good. Watch out, look at me. And nobody mentioned about good bacteria, I think, because it's difficult to pronounce the word. So those kind of thing. That's what my understanding. But for you, for us, just to know good bacteria, bad bacteria, we will go in a little bit, and when you do handling, on the cooking session, okay? So the probiotic food for T2 diabetes, that international, yeah, I'm talking about internet from every part of the world. Every country have its own thing that they do, like to preserve the food. Like natto, this is Japan. It's a soybean that they fermented. Okay, and it's difficult to eat. Sometimes it had less mild than the Thai fermentation of the of the of, of the nut, the soybeans. They are different. But this is the one that pretty well known to everybody everywhere in the world. You go, you got dark chocolate, you got aged cheese, those kind of thing. And then you have brand fermented, brined, and or fermented vegetable. You got yogurt, you got kefir or kefir. That's what a lot of people say differently, kefir, okay? And then you have miso. Miso, everybody know this is Japanese. You have miso soup, okay? Brine pickle, okay? The brine pickle, like the garlic, it's in some water, some solution mixed with, a little bit of oil, vinegar, or some pepper from all kind, whatever they created. Then you get apple cider vinegar. You got kombucha that I never tried it. I didn't like the taste. I did try it, but I didn't like the taste. And it just kind of, some people, oh, so good, they like, but you can drink it, you might get drunk, those kind of thing, but I don't know, I didn't go that far. I just have one sip and go, oh no, that's not what I want. So I had to spit it out. So, and then the pickled olive, you can buy anywhere, kimchi, everywhere you go. If you live in Northern California, around Santa Rosa area, the Thai grocery store, it used to be Thai, now the Vietnamese owns it. It's called Mekong. So they have somebody support them. The kimchi, the homemade, is one of the best. I said, wow, but it's expensive. It's small little jar, $12, but it's fresh kimchi that they make. But really good. It's good recipe. So that's what I have. Always have that in my refrigerator, because when I do rotation of the food, like if I grill chicken or grill pork or those kind of thing, I will eat with kimchi, on the side. My side is kimchi, and then I have stir fry vegetable on top of that. So I will eat the whole thing, prebiotic, probiotic, and then some good and bad bacteria at the same time. So this way I can gain a lot more benefit. Okay, just not just American have it. Everybody have fermentation for preserved food with the fermentation technique. Okay. Now we're going to go to where the really Thai, how many do they have? Now we're going to go to really Thai preserved food, like for probiotic. So we have a lot of it, because a lot of people not recognize it, because we preserve a lot of fruit and vegetable and fish and some meat, those kind of things. So a lot of fermentation in Thai cooking too. But most of the time, the foreigner cannot handle it because it's pungent smell. Like when you cook something, especially you live in the U.S., when you cook some Thai food with the preserved Thai food, little preserved food, it will sting your house 2 or 3 days. Even though you turn the fan on, it still doesn't go away, because it had a pungent smell. But the Thai people love it. So I do certain things, but I cannot do a lot of things. So like the pickle vegetable, in sour, that's pretty good when you eat, you use it and you stir fry with egg and you eat with the rice soup, that kind of thing. This is the Thai natto, because this is the soybean, the same thing, fermented, and then they make it like a paste like this. It's stinky for me, but I can't. From time to time I can eat them, but not a lot, because they have overwhelming taste too. And then the pickled vegetable is everywhere in Thailand. And the shrimp paste, so this is like if you eat it, you smell it like oh my God, it's so fishy, like you went down to somebody and then what it smell like. So, but it delicacy, in Thai cooking, they use a lot. They are in curry, they are in soup, they are all kind of thing, and then they're in the dip. So some people can eat them raw, but most of the time we have to wrap it in banana leaf, and grill it, and then you can use it. They're not overwhelming, because the aroma change. So when you get the heat, and you add more aroma from burning of the banana leaf, to give another dimension of the taste. So those kind of things. So there are a lot of things, and then the drink that I like to drink a lot. This is they call sour milk. It's Yakult. So when you got, if you go to Thailand and you have really stomach ache, you got diarrhea, just drink one or two of that, and then we clean it up because they have a good bacteria. You go in, eat bacteria and stop the diarrhea. Okay, there's a lot of things Thai people they think ahead. They do things differently because we have so many ethnic. Every ethnic they come into Thailand, they will bring some good thing to there. Oh, the Thai people they're more like a health conscious, so they will bring something to health conscious and then they sell. These things they have been selling for more than 60 years in Thailand. They've been there for a long, long time. So we drink them because that's why we want to balance your good bacteria and bad bacteria. You start drinking the sour milk. Okay, but this is not overwhelming like the one that they have in the U.S. The sour milk that they created. This is not that good. This is much more lighter. Is very soothing to eat. They're not overwhelming. And this is a fermented tofu, which is all very strong, stinky, punching smell, those kind of thing. And the same thing that like the fermented fish, they have strong flavor and punching smell, those kind of thing. And something like this, they call nam. You got the pork skin mixed with a pork meat a little bit, and they use a garlic based raw garlic, and then they ferment it, you know. And it's coming that way. You can eat them, open this thing up, and then you can eat it right away. But pretty much we eat it with alcohol. This is the alcohol. This is they call the food for with alcohol. You know, when you drink alcohol, when you socialize with drink alcohol, this is like a snack, and you eat it that with a roast peanut, those kind of thing, and drink it. Drink your alcohol. So that's another thing. So many things for you to eat. In Thai people, they do a lot of preserved food. But like this one, this is a sticky rice, okay? And they cook it and they put the cheese in there and they ferment it. Yeah, it take probably 3 week, 4 week, and after that it turn to become chew sweet and alcohol have alcohol content in it because of the cheese, yeast, and cooked rice. So everybody like it because it's called cow mark, you know. Cow is right. Mark is something that you can eat it for your what do you call just eat it for fun, you know, like a snack, that kind of thing. And then we have another one like they call the side dish, eat the sticky rice, but they cook it with like a steam and they add a little bit of the you know the what do you call it, not coconut milk, and it's just a sticky rice, and they add it something that they roasted that they put in there, and they eat with this thing. It's so wonderful. If you find them, you try it. You probably get addicted. That it's fermentation too. It's preserved, and it is good. I like this one a lot. I eat a lot of it. Cow mark. And then you have all the rice that they make into the alcohol. They call sato, those kind of thing. That it can make you tip upside down. It's sweet and then a lot of alcohol, and it make it from all kinds of the nectar that they use, and they put the yeast in there, and then that's how they ferment it to make it an alcohol. And watch out if you go to outside the Bangkok, so you will see these, and they call that. Oh, I want to try that. And you can drink. The most of the time, they will give you a straw to suck it, you know, through the straw. That will get you drunk real fast. Just watch out, okay? This is a lot of goodie from Thailand. This probiotic food. After we've been talking about the prebiotics, probiotics, and now it's going to be postbiotic because the prebiotic feed probiotic, probiotic feed postbiotic because postbiotic is generated by your body, your system. So this is how the thing going to work. Why the postbiotic? What the postbiotics do to your system? Okay. So this is what we could start with postbiotic. They got 5 functions that they do for you. Okay, the first thing is antiviral. So what you do is this like you have a good bacteria to fight the system. If like you have cold, you have COVID, those kind of thing. If you have a good bacteria in your system, it will go in and kill them. Okay, that's to protect your body. Okay, the other thing is anti-inflammatory. So if you have a lot of bacteria in your gut, then you will got hot and everything inflammatory in your kidney, in your gut, those kind of thing. And this thing is going to come in and help to fight the bacteria, get this inflammation away, subside out. Okay, this is another antibacteria. Like you have salmonella, you got all those things coming into your system, and then because your system have probiotic, you strong enough it fight out. Otherwise, then you have to take the pill. You got problem with the, metabolism system. You got this, got that, got finally you got cancer, those kind of thing. So they have antibacterial. So it's probiotic create and generate pretty much by your body system. Okay, and it's anti-cancer. So when they see the cancer coming in, so they go in and they grab the cancer and then they start eating, they kill them. Okay, that probiotic does inside your body. And then if you have diabetes, this is an anti-diabetic. So they will go to, go in, check it out your system. If you have insulin resistance, they're going to help to improve the insulin resistance. You try to eliminate, and try to cure the insulin resistance. So, and we go into help regulate the blood sugar that the liver one who generate that, who control it. And then body temperature, if your body temperature get too cold, they will bring it up to where at normal temperature, the room temperature. And if you have inflammations, you know, your body going to get hot. So this thing going to help cool it down, the probiotic. Okay, so it regulates your temperature body, and then the insulin production it will go in and regulate that. See, this is why it's important to eat the food that makes sense. Prebiotic makes sense, probiotic makes sense, and then postbiotic is going to make sense. It's going to chill to help protect anything that come into your system, help curing all the thing and have balancing your hormone. You have all kind of things that good, but you have to eat the right food because if you don't eat any of fermentation food, then you're not going to get probiotics, those kind of thing. That is just now you got a diabetes, it's time for you to learn more about food because if you know more about food, you don't have to rely on the pill, okay? Because I can manage when I dig it down to this thing can manage the IBD without taking the pill, and that what make me believe, okay, that's the solution, and then we're going to go from there. And I did after I got the information, understand it, okay, and he said, okay, that's the way to do it, and I did. About carbohydrate, okay, carbohydrate is help balance the digestive system because inside your gut you got all these nutrients that coming in, bacteria coming in, all those kind of things. The fiber to help because to help your digestive system movement, doing things, do what they're supposed to do, and the fiber going to carry the weight out of your system. Okay, after the absorption done, it go to fermentation. It still make your stew soft if you eat a lot of fiber. Okay, and now what did that do? It's low glycemic index. The fiber it will help low glycemic index. Okay, it can manage weight loss because as we see we now when you try to do count the sugar, right? And you have carbohydrate and then you have fiber, right? And the fiber going to subtract, from the carb, and that how much the sugar you eat. Does that make sense? So it's everything is related. It also prevent the colon cancer. Is also lower your cholesterol level, control your blood sugar. and normalize your bowel movement, so improve your immunity function. So this is a lot of good thing going on with fiber. So that's why you have to eat vegetable, not just eat only meat or milk diet egg or pure diet. So it's not going to help your system. Okay, the pure will make you look good, smell. If you eat for a long time, no, you can start falling apart your body because it's not functional properly. Okay, now you got to eat vegetable. Vegetable is usually vegetable is low glycemic index. Okay, and sustainable energy. You have vitamin, have fiber, have mineral, and high fiber nutrition and help you digest slower instead of digesting low fat. You still have a lot of things that eat in digestion, and then it go to your stomach and pass to the big one, and now it try to be another weight, and then if they're not processed, it then they stack up, and then suddenly your intestine block. So that's why you have to eat vegetable to help solve that problem, to help solve that problem, become constipated, whatever you eat. Or sometimes you got emotion, you got anxiety, your gut turn upside down and you become constipated. So that's a lot of things going on in your body, but if you eat a lot of vegetable, will help your gut system. Okay, and another thing that the carbohydrate is starch. Starch is equal to change into sugar, but because it is low in fiber and nutrient and have high blood sugar, can create high blood sugar. So but it empty calorie literally. If you pretty much you have a few more calories, it does not going to give you that much until they convert to sugar. So that is going to cause the sugar spike easily. Okay, low blood sugar level, that's what it is, and digest it quickly and low in nutrient. Is if you can avoid it because most of the Westerners eat bread with all the things. Try the steam rice. You might like it because now the steam rice, like you have jasmine steam rice, diabetes rice that I created is you have jasmine brown rice, jasmine what you call black rice, and then you have barley rice because there are level of those. So everything when you cook with water, and that's all you get. You maintain all the integrity of those rice, and it doesn't cause you too much of the problem. And then when they convert to sugar, but they're low. They don't give you the real full-blown sugar that whatever you eat. And all you have to do is minimize the amounts. Then you eat like a half cup, 1 cup, whatever. Those kind of things that we will go when we go to the diabetic screen that you learn from that part. Okay. This is another thing that diabetic people need to know: starchy food. Starchy food, that means they have a lot of meat like fruit, vegetable, like acorn, like banana, all those things. It's all the starchy because the starchy, when they're not right, the starchy, when you try to eat it, it doesn't taste good. But when they mature, then okay, they're getting softer, and then inside it tastes flavor. But that all starch, it will convert to sugar. Okay, and after the starch is now you have grain, that kind of thing. It will convert to sugar, and then you have legume like all the nut that you cook, the red bean, white bean, whatever it is, the legume that is going to change to the starch when you cook it, you eat it. Okay, and they will become the sugar starch in the sugar. Okay, you process that, and that what if you're not careful, you will your blood, you got the blood spike up real high, the blood sugar sort of spike up real high. Just be careful what you do. Understand it. Okay, you have to be careful with the starch. You have to be careful with the legumes. You have to be careful with grain. So you can eat them, but you have to eat minimum, not maximum. Because in Thailand, when they serve the food or the Thai people, so they will have a little bit of, they call kap cow is small, the chicken this is small, and they give you a pile of rice because the rice is cheap. So and we eat it every day. But when you have a diabetes, you can't you do that. You have to cut off a lot of rice. Now you eat a lot more of it, more meat, vegetable, all these things, and then you eat a little bit of rice. And then if you have rice, you don't have legume, or if you have rice, you don't have more starch food, fried food, that kind of thing. So this way, when you understand it, you can control your food, and you kind of okay. If I fry vegetable, or if I fry banana, if I fry this, if I fry that, or if I bake this, if I bake that, how much do I really have to eat? Because everything is going to convert to sugar. You have to be careful with it. So everything have to be minimized, not the maximum. Minimize. You eat a little bit of this, a little bit that. So you can eat anything, but control your portion. Okay. So when you talk about starchy, now we can look into the starchy food because because the fruit have a lot of starch before they become ripening. So like mango, like this mango, green mango, you don't have that much sweet. You don't have this become sour, but you will see you have a lot of starch in there because the starch it could do when they ripe, they will have a lot of sugar in there when you eat it, right? And that when you eat like a sticky rice with banana, you got the double dose of I call it double dose of sugar. That what you that what I count into. So then suddenly you overeat just for one meal or one bite of it, you really add a lot of sugar in your system. Okay. If you eat watermelon, okay, they still starchy, but if you eat the whole thing, it's good. If you eat a little bit of it, doesn't do anything because has a lot of water in there. Okay, it could help you lose weight too. That you eat that. If you eat durian, that durian had a lot of starch in the fruit, and then you have a lot of sugar in on top of that when it ripe, and it exotic and very expensive the fruit. Okay, so right now it's in season because this is April, May, June, somewhere there. Because the Thai has a season of fruit and vegetable, which one come, which one go. So it's starchy vegetable. It's pretty much on everything that almost have no seed. The seed is small. The mango, they say, oh, it's a big seed, but it's thin. So it's all these kind of thing that you're talking about. You do like jackfruit. Jackfruit has a lot of meat, sweet. It's really one of my favorite too. But when you eat too much of it, you got a lot of starch in your system, and then you got sugar in your system. So that's a lot of thing going on. So all kind of food you can eat, but you have to eat at the minimum, not maximum. So, and then you understand now fruit has sugar, has starch, those kind of things. Just be careful how much you eat. Okay. If you don't have diabetes, so when I never recognize I have it, I can eat the whole durian by myself in one meal. So in one, when I open it, I said, if not finished, I'm not quitting. So that kind of thing. They were so good. And then you have problem with it because your stomach become hot. You get hot inside. And then now you start burping, you smell everywhere. So that's why when you go to a lot of, in Thailand, you cannot take the kind of fruit into the train, you know, into the public train because it will smell. It's a smelly phenomenon, but it smells good. Some people like, some people don't like. So especially on the plane, they forbid it. You can't do it. Some people try to sneak it in, and then they get heavy fine because bother the other people. Okay, this is watching out for those kind of exotic fruit. Okay, now it's a starchy vegetable. Vegetable you have leaf, have root, have some above the ground, those kind of thing. So and if you do the starchy, like potato, that's a lot of starch. Like taro, it's a lot of starch. Potato, it's a lot of starch. Beets, a lot of starch. This is all have the starch on it. The one that has a lot of meat usually have the starch on it. And all the thing when you eat it will turn to sugar. Okay? Watch out, be careful about it. You can eat them, but not a lot of it. But most of the time, this is either become you eat it with your meal, or they make the dessert out of it. So just watch out what you do, because you can, if you can avoid starchy vegetable, you should do it, because they will convert to sugar. Then you got the sugar spike that the accumulation to HbA1c in the long run. In after 4 months, if you eat a lot of these, after 4 months you retake your lipo panel, going to shoot it up. You all kind of thing, you could shoot it up, like LDL, your cholesterol, everything would start shooting up, because this kind of food that you eat it too much of it. Okay, just be careful. Now the starchy, it come from grain, like that's a lot of it. People don't recognize that we just, oh, we have this, we have that, because everything is cheap. Starchy grain is cheap, so then you can eat or eat, or you don't have a lot of money, so you have to eat all these. So I used to have a friend when I were in school in San Francisco, engineering school in San Francisco State. So my roommate is the black guy. So all he eat is bean. Pretty much I say, you don't want to put the meat in there to just help it out, the flavor, all those kind of things. I say, that's all I can afford. That's what he said. That's what he eat all day. They say, okay, you can have some of my food. This is okay. Just you have to eat some meat, you know, some vegetable, not just the bean. You know, but they cook pretty good bean, but you eat every day, every meal. That's not fun. So, and I don't know if he have diabetes or not, but he's so skinny because the bean that he eat every day. It should be good, but I don't think so. If you have diabetes, you cannot eat all of those, because if you convert to sugar, your body cannot burn it, that fat. Okay, just be careful. Just watch out what you do. Okay, you have the quinoa, quinoa, black wheat, brown rice, black rice, so you don't eat them a lot. You eat minimum like half cup, 1 cup the most. You eat meal what you try to do. For me, I don't do this kind of starchy uh, grain or vegetable in my second meal, which is usually my dinner. So I be eat more vegetable or some fruit a little bit, and eat the big meat if I'm afraid of hungry, or I have a party, or I go out, I eat like like uh, like pork chop, those kind of thing. They eat a large amount of meat and a little bit of the rice, those kind of thing. So just watch out what you do, because if you can manage your food intake, your reversing diabetes is very simple, easy. So that another starchy vegetable. This is legum. Legum is pretty much bean, natto, bean, black bean, red bean, all those kind of things. So it's good to have because it's cheap. You can buy them, you can cook them, you steam them, boil them. And the problem is it raises the sugar, blood sugar, okay, easily, because they have a lot of starch. When a lot of starch start change, when you eat, it start changing to sugar. So because I don't eat them that much either, but from time to time, if I want to make a dessert, so then I will do that a little bit. But mostly I make a small little pot. They eat a few bites, give it to people, and they love it because it's good. But for me, I can't eat it. And when if you try to preserve it, it doesn't taste right after that, after you cook. And then it doesn't last long in refrigerator, because you add something into the system, you know. But you can eat them, but rotation of these, legumes, so it will be good for you. Some people, they add that in rice when you cook them, all those kind of things to help reduce sugar, those kind of things, because it doesn't turn to, if you have a small amount, they, even though they turn into sugar, but it's still a small amount, so you can manage that. Just watch out, okay? And now we're going to go a little bit deeper after this. Oh, the simple carb. Simple carb is, you know, it's pretty much straightforward. I already explained that. So this picture I want to tell you to show you that it's simple carb. This is all fruit, vegetable, or this is raw ingredient, but they have some ingredient that manufacturing with it. So, but this thing here, like pasta, like bread, like noodle, like all of this, it's not the simple carb. It's a complex carb, because it's you have to add a lot more thing in there. This is like a one ingredient, that kind of thing that pretty much they call simple carb. And if you man make this kind of thing, the noodle that no longer simple carb because they have to add flour, add the starch in there, and mix 2, 3 different kinds, added it, and they all starch. So and that it could turn into sugar. Okay. Now the word one is the complex carb. Complex carb is what is mostly the man-made cake, white bread, ice cream, all these kind of things that we really not supposed to eat them that much. It you eat it for the entertainment, not just for a regular meal, because there's a lot of things that they put in there you don't know. Okay, if we digest quickly, okay, and have it very low in nutrient, because mostly nutrient is when they do the processing, they are already gone most of the time. They don't have that much left. Okay, the high glycemic in they will become it that way. But now when they try to do it, they mix everything out. Very difficult to find information. When you see the information, oh, what they talk about now, you have to do analysis a little bit about, okay, this is they tell it true or not true. So those kind of thing. But I think the complex carbohydrate is pretty much leading to junk food most of it. So you because it's empty calorie, low in fiber, low in nutrient, and going to create a high blood sugar, glucose, and then you got a blood spike if you eat a lot of it. Okay, just be careful. Try not to eat like me. My favorite is ice cream. So ice cream is the worst. You got sugar, you got milk, you got all these kind of goodie in there, and then your blood spike goes so high and so fast with the ice cream. Okay, that's another thing that you want to eat to boosting your immunity. That what you call eating the exotic. The way I put it, eating the exotic herb, spice, some uh, really unique fruit or unique vegetable. We have a lot of that. These are a few that I'm going to implement it here. This is a lychee mushroom. This is the most really expensive, and they have good written about the medicinal property. So if you want to boost your energy, you want to boost your immune system, you eat this kind of thing, and then you have to learn how to cook that. Either you stir fry, you steam, those kind of thing. But in diabetic cooking, we want to do something quick that you don't lose the medicinal property when you during you cook. So you like almond like this. If you don't eat them raw anyway, so you have to bake them, cook them, or roast it, those kind of thing. Then you have this turmeric. You know, most of the time it become powder. They already process it to you. Then you can cook or add it in something real quick. Don't double cook on it. You should do it one time. You mix it, and you can do stir fry rice with the turmeric, those kind of thing. Just one time heat, you'll be okay. But you can double, you know. Or we cook this, we make it in there, and then you come back and you cook this again. That is double heat. So then you got problem because then you don't get the medicinal property out of the turmeric. Okay. If you want to take the pill, it's fine. They have a turmeric pill. They call it you, you know organic or non-organic. I have no idea because the organic to me, you have to make sure that you include everything. You're not just, oh, my farm is organic, and then you walk in there, you see the bee, you see the fly, you see all these, and now you probably see the rotten on your farm. And if your farm is organic certified and another farm is not organic certified, and they allow you, and you think you will get organic when the bee goes from that flower from non-organic to your organic, and then they propagate those kind of things. So who knows if that organic is appropriate or is good and it's really organic, because now you got the toxic come from other place, like the farming there. That's why they call those kind of farm they call natural. Natural. Yeah. All my ingredient is from natural process. What does that mean? That mean no meaning. So food is a food for me, but when you define organic, then I have to pay more, right? And if I know you, I certify you, you know what they do here. But now they do hydroponics, so they they do the inside, stack up, and no dirt. It's just, you know, water, like they feed you with the water, they in there with the nutrient, and then you go up, that kind of thing. But I haven't seen people doing the research that which one is the best, you know, hydroponics, whatever it is, and what kind of vegetable they do, what kind of nutrient that they put in the water, and they claim it has no disease, but it living life, it always have disease. So the mutations, all kind of things. So everything is up to you. Literally, just be careful, watch it out. For me, I will eat something exotic. I will eat like many times I eat stir fried mushroom. I put the ginger in there. Sometimes I add the turmeric in there, garlic, galangal, those kind of thing that it's going to be like a medicinal to help my digestion system. So I will eat that, no kind of thing. Okay, looking for something to boosting your immunity. That then we get your health stronger, and then you can fight the disease. Okay, without taking the pill. Eat eat food. Okay. Now you have to eat for a lot of antioxidants, because many exotic vegetable, fruit, and herb in Thailand is antioxidant. So like this kind of leaf, you know, they call sadao. It very bitter. You have to eat with a dip, that kind of thing. But you cannot eat them usually. I see a few people can eat them raw because it is strong, pungent, and then very bitter. So you have to brunch in the hot water, that kind of thing. So, and they have many herbs that you eat, antioxidant that you eat. Like even honey is antioxidant. That kind of thing we all know. But in Thailand we have more. Anything the bitter, anything the really green, like this, it's a bitter, like a bitter gourd like that. And this is a special thing that they call makam pom. It is kind of like a tamarind, but it round. But the name is makam pom round. It means pom. It surrounded. Okay, and then the still is they still the tamarind, but it round. So have different name, but it have a lot more medicinal property. So that's why when you look into do the research, you run into this, just take note. So sometimes you run into it, you can use it to your soup, salad, vegetable. This is another exotic one in Thailand that it had the seed like a passion fruit, have flavor, have all those kind of thing, and you want to add that in your salad. Okay, those kind of thing it make another different dimension of your thing. So you eat the fresher, the better for the antioxidant. Okay. So, and another thing you want to eat you preventing infections. You know, sometimes your body start getting weak. You got a cut, then you got infection. Now you got a rash. You got all those kind of things. So in the U.S. they like to eat the kind of berries, strawberry, all those things, cherry. Is for the preventing infection. The more you eat, then your body has immune system function. But mainly I eat almost just about every day. I eat either red onion or green onion or uh, the garlic, lime juice, coffee lime. If I find it, I buy it right away. I squeeze the juice out of it, and then I make that as my salad base, those kind of thing, and it's kind of leaf like a kapow, like famous pat kapow in Thai, the spicy, stir-fried spicy pork with garlic and basil, those kind of thing. They have all kind of name, but that was the thing that you want to eat. But when you do the preventing infection, you want something that more spice, more, you know, exotic, the sour taste that what you're looking for, or the tanning, or the bitterness that what you're looking for. Anything that it comes that way, that what it for preventing infection, so to kill your body. So looking for that. Okay. Now you got a lot of information out of this video, so I hope that you learn something about it, like all the food that going to cause your problem, anything uh, going to help you with the prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic. So you learn all about that. Now you know what to do, what kind of food that you want to cook and eat with it. Okay, and that's going to help your body, help your body function pretty well, and stay away from all the imperfection in life that you accumulate for a long time. But now when you have a diabetes, you go to liver diabetes with this, so that you get this information, that it put that in your pocket, and then it going to help you in the next long run. When you do the cooking, you will think about it. Oh, that what it is. It thing will begin to make sense to you. How I did it. So I show you what to do. I tell you how to do it, and you're going to kind of think and get information. You're going to soak it into your body, your mind. Instead of a minute you look at fruit, vegetable, now you're going to look at them differently. What is good for me, for my body at this point, so that it hopefully the thought is stick in your brain when you go shopping or when you decide your meal. So that what is this thing that I like, what is it good for my body at this point? Since I have diabetes, what are the things I have to watch for? Okay. Thank you for watching this video. So don't forget to subscribe if you see the video, or give me a like, something that okay, will help me out in the long run. So this is a free education, and I am Chef Pan. We see you on the next video. Love you. Bye.